This mission brings humanity 7 times closer to the sun than ever before.
The Parker Solar Probe will be soaring 7 times closer to the sun than any spacecraft ever has before. Approaching 3.9 million miles from the local star's surface, this mission will be humanity's closest journey to any star and will run the 24 laps of the sun over the course of 7 years, making history with its blazing voyage to the center of our solar system. The probe will be able to gather important information about the sun that previous spacecraft could not obtain. On its mission, the Parker Solar Probe will be able to gather new data on electric and magnetic fields, solar structure, and solar wind.
The Parker Solar Probe will solve 2 mysteries: how solar wind accelerates and why the sun's outer corona is hotter than its surface.
The depths of space present constant puzzles for humanity, and the sun is basically a big, burning mystery. When Eugene Parker presented his theory on solar wind in 1958, he was academically discredited, and naysayers claimed empty space was the only thing lying between planets. According to the New York Times, however, Dr. Parker instead described complex interactions between speeding charged particles and buffeted magnetic fields. Now, decades later, the Parker Solar Probe seeks to observe the sun's solar wind activity and why it accelerates. The probe will also be shedding light on why the sun's corona or aura of plasma surrounding it is hotter than its surface by millions of degrees, 3 million, compared to 10,000 Fahrenheit, an occurrence that should be totally impossible.
It comes equipped with a beastly heat shield.
If you're going to get super close to the sun, it goes without saying that you'll need to come prepared with some serious sunblock. The Parker Solar Probe is well equipped for a close encounter with a blazing bright, hot ball of fuel. NASA has carefully crafted a thick, powerful heat shield that will block the 2,500-degree Fahrenheit temperatures and allow for the instruments inside of the probe to operate at room temperature. It is comprised of a thick wall of carbon composite guarding the galactic vehicle with its 5-foot wide and 5-inch thick shield.
Space fans can ride shotgun on the solar journey.
In order to raise awareness for the unmanned mission, NASA kicked off the Summer 2018 Hot Ticket, which gives space enthusiasts a stake in the Parker Probe's journey, albeit a very small one. By merely submitting names to the official Parker Solar Probe site before the deadline, anybody can have their name stored on a memory card aboard the spacecraft. So if you sign up in time, your name can go on a long, strange quest to the sun.
The solar probe mission costs $5 billion.
Building a solar probe that can literally withstand the temperature of the sun is no cheap feat. The Parker Solar Probe is a project that is costing NASA an estimated total of $5 billion. Although the price might seem steep, it's a small fee to pay for data collection that can potentially save the planet from trillions of dollars of damage. The more money put into research and development, the more precise and valuable the data becomes.
The Parker Solar Probe will be the fastest spacecraft to date.
Hurling around the sun at a furious speed of 430,000 miles per hour, Parker Solar Probe will be the fastest spacecraft made to date. This super speed will crown the probe not only as the fastest spacecraft in existence, but the fastest man-made object ever created. 125 miles per second is an insane speed to be traveling, and will be taking the probe on an accelerated mission across Mercury's orbit and the Sun's outer flares. To give a realistic perspective to how fast this small sun traveler is, it could make the trip from Philadelphia to Washington, D.C. once per second.
It will be flying within 9 million miles of the Sun, where it will experience temperatures up to 2,500 degrees.
During the Parker Solar Probe's orbits, it'll be skirting the Sun's surface from a mere hop away, about 9 million miles. This brings the brave little probe well inside the orbit of Mercury, the orbit of which is 29 million miles from the Sun at its closest distance and 43 million miles at its furthest. Bringing itself this close to the Sun means that the probe will be experiencing extreme temperatures up to 2,500 degrees Fahrenheit. The solar radiation that will be pounding on the probe at that distance will be 475 times greater than anything experienced on Earth.
The probe will lap the Sun 24 times in 7 years, returning in 2025.
Shooting off into space early summer of 2018, the Parker Solar Probe has a long, 7-year mission ahead of it. During its time adrift in the solar system, the probe will orbit the Sun a grand total of 24 times before its mission concludes in 2025. Its orbit will begin wide, but the probe will gradually nudge its way through the Sun's corona, bringing it closer to its surface with each pass. Each rotation around the massive ball of energy and heat will take about 88 days to complete, about the same amount of time it takes Mercury to orbit the Sun.
Hey guys, thank you so much for the support and likes and comments down below, and also thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to see you in the next video. Then take care, bye.